Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so what you're seeing right now is called fighting laziness, man. Fighting it. I woke up early this morning because of the hour change. I found myself up at like 5:30 or something like that. Lazed around, did my meditation thing, did everything that I normally do. Got up, ate breakfast, did all that stuff. Did my squat regimen, 4 sets of 80. Which I did not feel like doing. So that was the beginning of my fighting laziness. My body was not really sore. I was just feeling my age this morning. No energy, lethargic, real lethargic energy. So I was like, man, let me just go ahead and push these out. So I pushed them out and they were rugged. It was hard. But I did my sets with the suitcase and then ate. Everything was fine, showered, all that good stuff. Then I got myself in bed again, and I was messing around with my fantasy football stuff, making sure my lineups get set for this upcoming week, messing around with stuff that, on the phone, and started dozing off. I'm like, oh no. I looked up, it was like 11 o'clock, and I'm starting to like nod off. I'm like, look, God, I do not want to go to sleep. Like, my body wants to go to sleep, but my mind has no interest in doing that at all. And so I'm like, I started meditating. I'm like, God, what do you want me to do? And then I felt myself motioning toward my weights for my other squat regimen, for the big hundreds, I guess you can call it. So I did those. From like 11:30 to like 12:30, and it took about an hour, a little longer than an hour. And then I'm like, all right. So I was feeling fine after that. Got in the shower again. Okay, second shower today, cool. Got my meal ready, and I realized I didn't really have a lot more rice because I had only bought one rice packet from the place down the street, my little famous market where I'm headed now. So I looked at my bread, barely had a little bread left, not really enough for tonight's meal. And since I'm already eating at 1 o'clock, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna need to eat again before I go to sleep. And the food ain't gonna be plentiful enough to fill me up. So I gotta fight this laziness again. So I'm like, God, I done took my second shower. I do not want to get back out there. I done just did my workout. Body didn't really feel like doing it, but I feel like a little more energetic. Let me see. How do I want to go about this? And so I eat my meal, my lunch meal. And then I take a look at that food again, what was left over. I'm like, man, that is not going to be enough food. This is not. And so I'm like, all right, God, I'm fighting laziness again. So now this is me fighting another stint of laziness because I don't feel like walking down here. I don't want to take a third shower. And I know me, if I walk all the way down there and walk back, that's worthy of taking a shower in my mind. I'm not gonna get in bed with dirt, especially since the wind is blowing today. I'm not gonna get in bed off of that. I know me. Some people can do that. I cannot. I will need another shower to make up for this walk here. So it's like, man, I don't want to do that, but I am gonna want to eat. In fact, the meal that I had, because I was rationing food, wasn't really enough. I probably should have combined them both to really fill myself up. Kind of hungry right now, and I just ate. So it's like, all right, let me just honestly get down here and do what I gotta do, because if I don't do it, I'm gonna wish I did. And that's how that goes. So I'm fighting that laziness. I'm fighting it, y'all. I'm telling you, the last thing I feel like doing right now is walking down this dang street to Famous Market. It's about 2:30 right now, which is really 3:30 in our body, with our body clock doing what it's doing. Or rather, the clock doing what it's doing. Spring forward. So is that right? I don't know. I can't seem to make my mind up if that makes any sense. But nevertheless, I'm walking. I'm gonna do it. And this is the most fighting of laziness I think I've done. But I've been getting better at that, man. Over the last 2 weeks, I had 2 stints like this morning where I felt like staying in the house. It was one day where I was kind of lazy or feeling like fighting depression. Remember I told you I was feeling a little depressed and I felt like laying down, but I forced myself to get out the house. I've just been getting better at forcing myself, which is something that's a real breakthrough for my mental health. There were times in Linux I would have never did this. Like this type of fighting laziness, I'd have just napped until about 1:30 and then probably did my workout at 1:30. Problem is when you do that, is when you got so much going on and everything is very stressful, you got to keep your mind focused on staying awake during the daytime, even if you feel lazy, or sleepy, because at the end of the day, you can't set the precedent that it's fine to sleep in the daytime. Not when you don't have a place to stay. Not when things are as messed up as they are in my life right now. So it's like, if things were stable, I probably would have had no problem doing that. But I don't want to set up the week to where I'm up tonight till 2 in the morning because I took that nap. I don't want that. Up till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning staring at the walls because I can't fall asleep because I allowed myself to nap in the daytime. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm just getting stronger, you know, mentally getting stronger. And so that's what you're seeing here. It's me forcing myself to do something that if this were just 7 months ago, I wouldn't handle it this way. I absolutely wouldn't handle it this way. But, you know, we're in a different world right now. The last 3 months have felt like a year for me, honestly. Like when I first got here, that was what? September 1st. My mother's birthday was when I first really got here. I tell you the truth, that feels like a year ago for me. It really do. It feels like a year ago. And so now I'm in a space where I've gotten so much older in such a short amount of time based on what I've had to focus on being very difficult. And now it's like, okay, I get it. This is what these times are all about, is to make me stronger. Put me in a position to be able to fight the laziness that I've been needing to fight. Being able to put myself in a position to go harder at whatever I need to do, whether it be working out, you know, meditating and asking the Lord to help me make the right decision, which I've been getting closer to Him, which has helped me do that. You know, dealing with people, you know, the different things that I have to deal with, all the different letdowns in regards to waiting for things to happen and how they haven't happened. I'd have been smoking weed, being more disciplined against smoking marijuana, being more disciplined against various different adult activities that would otherwise deplete my energy. There's a lot of stuff that I've just gotten in just a couple of months completely more mature about. You know, having hard conversations, dealing with the whole situation with my homegirl Kay going dark on me. Didn't handle that as well as I would have liked to, but you know, I didn't blow up the friendship. We talked today, you know what I mean? She's in a space where she could communicate a little more. I told her I see she's trying. I appreciate that, you know. And the videos that I made, I was hopeful that they would be received the right way, because I said a lot of harsh things. I didn't think that I was too harsh, but I was just protecting of my own energy yesterday when I was talking. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I should send her these videos. If she happens to click on them, maybe that's cool. But and I was like, nah, man, let her see what's in your heart. Let her know. Maybe she will respond well to it. Maybe that's what she needs, is to be scolded for just going along with however she feels when other people are attached to her. Maybe that'll help her in other areas of her life, not just with you. So I'm like, all right, I prayed on it, and the Lord said, yeah, send her that, man. In fact, the Lord told me to send more than what I allowed myself to send. A lot of times the Lord would say it's fine to do things, and I would still delete them, being kind of disobedient as it pertains to certain things that I would share with her. Things that are probably going to make her better, and I didn't want to give her because I wasn't sure how she was going to receive it. But now I'm more confident that the Lord will help me there. You know what I mean? And she responded well to those videos. She's trying. And you know, that's all I ask of anybody. Especially when you're trying to fight depression, fight this, fight that, in the name of trying to make somebody else feel better. It's like, man, you ain't gotta get it super right. I just want to see some steps in the right direction in the name of preserving our friendship. And I've seen enough. She hit me up this morning. She responded to something I said. In the afternoon, I had sent her something. She responded, told me a few things. That's good, man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to turn her into me. I'm a communicator. You know, just like she ain't telling me to shut up and turn me into her. It disappeared for 5 days, you know what I mean? But for me, it's just like, once you see a person going through struggles, then it becomes a question of whether or not you care or not. When you see me depressed over you not being around, can I get that one-liner? Or do you not care enough about me to give me that? It becomes a situation like that. So, you know, she told me yesterday, the last video we talked about this, and she had hit me up while I was making the video. And you know, I was able to read what she said and didn't tell y'all, but basically I got what I needed out of the situation to know that she cares, she knows I care, and she's gonna try, you know, basically. No more or less words. She sees the friendship worthy of her effort, and that effort can be measured in a lot of different ways. Maybe some people would want to see more. Not me, because I know how it feels to be struggling. When you don't want to say nothing, when you don't want to get out of bed, all I need to hear is a little something, and then I know we're good. All I need to hear is that you're trying, and that you see that I'm struggling, and after that, it just becomes a situation where whatever you're doing in that vein is going to help me. And now that I know how it is for you, a little more so, understand it, going through it with you, I'm less likely to spaz out next time this happens. And maybe you're more likely to say something sooner, or whatever the case may be. But it's just about getting used to other people's rhythms. And if they keep you in the dark, it's hard to adjust, especially when you're still learning them. So I realized that my therapy session, the real one with the management with my therapist, is 10 minutes from now. I didn't realize, I had forgotten that was today. For some reason, I thought that was tomorrow. So me walking down the street, she should be calling me any minute, or while I'm in that place if she calls on time. So I just gotta be ready to have a conversation about myself with her on the run here, because I'm likely not gonna be back home if she calls on time. Definitely won't be, as a matter of fact. But my calendar and my alarm just let me know right now that is what's to be expected 10 minutes from now. So, you know, that therapy usually doesn't run very long. She asked me if I have anything I want to talk to her about. If not, she usually just hangs up the phone. So, you know, I don't expect much different there. But, you know, the point is to just have something logged to say I'm still in the program. You know, we're trying to get SSI here. So as many times as she can try to assess me from a professional standpoint, the better chances I have to being able to prove my case. And so I haven't checked the GR website today. I did call the lady, I think it was yesterday morning, left a message with her, the caseworker for that account, and she hasn't gotten back to me. So I'm just sitting here waiting for them to get that right, man. I'm so tired of waiting on stuff, you know what I mean? Stuff that I've, you know, just like the cell phone, that whole thing, trying to get that in order. All of this stuff that I've been waiting on, it's just dragging out for so damn long, man. And that's one source of frustration that is compounded on top of her silence, you know, my friend's silence. So it's like, I'm not just dealing with her silence and that's it. It's a lot that's compounded. My frustration has made it so that you know, my patience isn't where it needs to be sometimes. But if I know what's going on, or if I see somebody trying, it ain't hard for me to accept that as a good thing and be enough. Let that be enough. So that's really what it comes down to. But I'd be lying if I said I was ready for a real therapy session. I am for y'all, but not talking to a stranger right now. I don't feel like it. I just want to get my bread, get my rice, get my lettuce, and go home. That's what I was up for. I'd much rather that thing be tomorrow, where I can actually strategize it while I'm in the house. But it's today, man. I thought it was on the 8th. Today, I believe it's the 7th, but whatever. The point is, no, today's the 8th. Yesterday was the 7th. That makes sense. So either way, that's what we're dealing with here, man. So I feel better about the whole situation there as far as my homegirl, and it's gonna move in a direction that we can work. Don't worry about it at all, man. I can walk around. You good? Sorry about that. Yeah, man, I'm not worried about anything when it comes to, you know, trying to keep my friend close to me and all of that. If God wants that to be the case, we'll have a close friendship. You know, it's not about anything other than just seeing her trying to fight what is that otherwise hurts me. And I'll do the same thing. I'll definitely do the same thing. So that's really what it's about. Now I gotta respect that, because I've seen her try, she can see me try whenever she holds me accountable for whatever it is. One of the things she wants me to do is step outside of my comfort zone. I can tell you, this is exactly that. Because I'd have stayed in that bed, relaxed, and been comfortable without having to take another shower for the night, been in for the night. But this is me stepping out of that comfort zone. And maybe I'm not doing exactly what's measured up to what she would say. Get out here, get like 2 jobs or something to get my money right, which is what I need to do, but maybe not what I feel like I'm capable of doing. But I can take steps toward that and fighting my laziness, fighting my irresponsibility. And that's trying, you know, in my mind, that's what you need to do, is try. And when you put that effort in, then from there, you got everything you need as far as building upon those tries. And so that's what it is building upon those tries here. So I'm at the market, gonna get what I need, come back out, and speak to you guys a little later. BDF 44, thank you all for watching.